you for tuning into Halton News right here on your TV. It's Thursday, November 12th, and I'm Jessica Kading. Taking a look at our COVID-19 numbers now for today, our region is reporting 49 new cases since yesterday. When factoring in recoveries, we now have 485 active cases in the region. 93 of those are in Burlington, 240 in Oakville, 126 in Milton, and 26 in Halton Hills. There are 18 COVID-19 patients currently being treated in our Halton hospitals, which is one more than yesterday. There are 6 open outbreaks in our local retirement and long-term care homes in the region. In Burlington, 46 people are affected in the village of TANSLEY Woods Retirement Home. In Oakville, there are 4 outbreaks, accounting for 111 of the COVID-19 cases in the town. Amica Georgetown is also reporting outbreak status with 19 people affected. There are currently 16 classrooms closed in Halton across the public and Catholic school boards due to COVID-19, but all schools remain open. There was a huge federal funding announcement that came out of Milton this morning. We caught up with Milton MP Adam Van Couverden to tell us more on how this is a significant investment to our public transit.
I was thrilled today to welcome Minister Catherine McKenna, who's the Minister of Infrastructure and Communities, to Milton to announce $3.9 million. It's a historic amount of funding from the federal government to Milton Transit. And what that's going to help us do here in town is build a state-of-the-art hub for our 36 buses, the big buses that you see, and also the smaller accessible buses in town, to provide them with a place to live and a place to be cleaned and serviced. It's updating the fleet a little bit, and it's a huge investment in local public transit. And what's really important to recognize about public transit here in Milton, not everybody's a user, but most people know a user, and whether that's a teenager that needs to get to work or a teenager that needs to get to school. Many students are using it to get to high school. It's also great for commuters because, as we know, parking at the GO train station can be difficult, but if there's expanded bus service, then people can choose to use a bus to get to the GO train and get home after work as well. So this is a great news story. It's a huge historic investment from the federal government here in Milton for public transit, $3.9 million, helping teenagers, parents, commuters, and seniors alike. We are growing at such a rate that we need to invest in things that are going to be 5 years ahead, 10 years ahead, right? If we're investing for our current needs, then we're always going to be playing catch up. And this $3.9 million investment from the federal government to support our local Milton transit system is doing just that, investing in the future of Milton.
Earlier in the week, we told you about how the federal government has put more money into the Universal Broadband Fund to help connect Canadians. MP Van Couverden says residents in Milton are going to directly benefit.
This week is all about connecting Miltonians to where they need to go and where they need to be, and whether that's at work or at the GO train station or online. What we're realizing, COVID-19 has exposed a lot of disparities in Canada, and a lot of that has to do with connectivity, because with work from home, with learn from home, with telehealth, and all the other reasons people need to be online, it's really having an impact. Substandard internet quality and substandard access, as well as the speed of the uploads and the downloads, are really having an impact on people, especially here in Milton. You know, we live 45 minutes from one of the biggest airports in North America, and people here still don't have access to high quality, high speed home internet. And that's changing now, because this week we've announced $1.75 million. $150 million of that is the Rapid Response Fund. And this is all about the Universal Broadband Fund. So this is the initiative to connect all of Canada, 100% of Canada by 2026 to high speed internet. And I'm really confident that that 2026 number doesn't really apply to us here in Milton. I think we can get it done a lot quicker in Halton because we've got willing partners, we've got internet service providers, we've got a region that's already done the research. So here's my promise, Milton. Everybody in Milton is going to be connected as quickly as possible to high-speed home broadband as soon as possible.
And in Oakville, the Honourable Stephen Lecce, Minister of Education, and Effie Triantafilopoulos, MPP for Oakville North Burlington, they gathered to make an announcement. MPP Triantafilopoulos joined us via Zoom to bring you those details.
Thank you, Jessica. We've got some great news for our community today. The Ontario government will be making another great investment in education in North Oakville. The Education Minister, Stephen Lecce, joined us to announce $14.5 million to build a new Catholic elementary school, and it'll be home to 671 students and educators. It's in North Oakville, and as you know, it's a very high growth area for us. Many young families are moving into the area, and as a consequence, other schools have been overcrowded. So this new school will help to alleviate that. It'll allow for students in the community to actually learn in a state-of-the-art, modern setting, and that'll be terrific for meeting the needs of the students, but also their educators for lifelong success. It's going to be located at the intersections of Threshing Mill Boulevard and Post Ridge Road. So just a little bit west of Trafalgar and Dundas Street. And as you may know, we've had some other great news in our community. We had other investments which were recently announced for a public high school to go in that community as well. And this fall, we also had the new public high school, Dr. David R. Williams, also opened. So lots going on in that area, and we're just delighted that both the minister and the government have been listening to our concerns and delivering for us.
It's expected to take about 22 months to build a new school. There's a new scam happening in Halton that you may not have heard of before. Halton police would like to warn you about it so you do not become the next victim. This scam usually involves two suspects, one acting as a taxi driver and the other pretending to be a taxi customer. The two begin arguing, the driver refusing to accept cash, often citing COVID-19 as the reason. The customer then asks a nearby victim to pay the fare using their debit or credit card in exchange for the customer's cash. The driver then keeps the debit card or credit card and returns a different one to the victim while the victim is kept distracted by the other suspect. The debit card is then used by those suspects to withdraw money quickly and make purchases. This scam is happening all over the province and has been reported 8 times in Halton so far. In light of this, police would like to share these following tips. Taxis do and will accept cash. Never give your credit or debit card to anyone else. When making a purchase, always remember to cover your PIN number when entering it, and be mindful of that point of sale machine. If you suspect it has been tampered with or there's anything suspicious, do not put your card inside. If you believe you are the victim of a scam, you are asked to contact police immediately. You can call the Halton Regional Police Fraud Unit at 905-825-8743. A week ago today, the Ontario government released the 2020 budget, Ontario's action plan. The budget centers around 3 key pillars: protect, support, recover. Oakville MPP Stephen Crawford joins us for those highlights. MPP Crawford, thank you so much for joining us here today. I'd like to welcome you back here onto Halton News, and I thought you could address the budget and some of the highlights in there.
Yeah, thanks, Jessica. It's always a pleasure to be on Cogeco. And the budget was released by Minister Rod Phillips last Thursday, so a week ago today. And it's the largest budget in Ontario history. Obviously, there's additional spending given the pandemic we're going through. And the theme of the budget is protect, support, and recover. There's 3 key components to this. And I can talk a little bit about each one of those if you like, but those are the 3 key themes. And as they imply, we're focused on protecting, supporting, and recovering the people of Ontario through this difficult time.
That's great. I would like you to elaborate, if you could, on those 3 themes.
Yeah, so the first theme is protect, and that's basically about ensuring the people of Ontario, first and foremost, are protected. Now, we are spending about $15.2 billion in total supports, and that's including $2.8 billion for a fall preparedness plan. And we are spending additional funds as well for personal support workers to ensure that we have full staff in our long-term care homes. Now, we're going through a point in time where the cases are rising quite a bit. I guess some of the good news, if you want to call it that, is Ontario still has about the lowest number of cases per capita in North America. So if you look at BC, Saskatchewan, Quebec, Alberta, all the different states, we have still a very low count relative to other parts of North America. But having said that, one person with COVID is one person too many. So we're trying to protect the people of Ontario. We'll continue doing what we're doing. The second component is focused on supporting the people. We are providing $380 million for parents in Ontario. So that'll be $200 per child under the age of 12 and under, and $250 per child for those that have special needs. And that will help people through the pandemic. A lot of people needed to buy computers or iPads to be able to connect with work. So they have additional costs, or they may have additional childcare costs, et cetera. So that will help people with that. We're also providing a seniors tax credit. So we want seniors to be able to stay at home longer. And for those seniors, we're going to provide 25% deduction for up to $10,000 in renovations that are needed in the house in order to keep those seniors safely in the house. The third part of the program, as I mentioned, is called Recover. And that's to make sure that the economic recovery is strong and sound as we come out of pandemic. And with that, we're going to be spending $680 million on broadband coverage to ensure more Ontarians get this absolutely essential service. And we're also reducing electricity by up to 16% for industrial and commercial users. And that's really important because Ontario, unfortunately, has among the highest electricity costs in North America, thanks to some longstanding contracts that were signed by the previous government. And we need to make Ontario more competitive. A lot of businesses and big industrial users won't come to Ontario because of these high costs. We're trying to get a more level playing field with that. And also we're reducing some other fees for businesses related to property taxes. And I know that the Chamber of Commerce are very, very happy about that, as well as some PPE support for businesses as well. So it's a really three-pronged approach: protect, support, and recover. And as I've said before, although we're going through a difficult time, I'm very confident that our province is going to come out of this stronger than ever.
Burlington's Joseph Brand Hospital will be receiving up to $4.6 million from the provincial government. The goal is to reduce wait times and improve access to care. This money could help the hospital with as many as 40 new patient beds. Joseph Brand Hospital is currently treating 3 COVID-19 patients. Do you have the time and interest to volunteer on a city committee or board? If so, you can help shape the community of Burlington. The city is looking for community members to play a key role in providing advice and feedback to city council and staff on a variety of city issues. To learn more, you can attend a virtual information session on November 17th. A recording of that session will be made available online afterwards at burlington.ca/committees. Applications will be accepted until Friday, November 27th. Thanks for staying with us here on Halton News. We do need to take a short break, but we'll be right back. Welcome back to Halton News. Community Living Burlington has a wonderful facility on Mainway that you may not have noticed before amidst those industrial buildings. But today they unveiled what artist Heather DeHaan calls their exterior glow up. Nikki Wesley reports.
Community Living Burlington participants have been working for several months to help the exterior of the building match the vibrant life within. Lead artist Heather DeHaan shares what reuniting to create this project was like after months of doing art virtually because of pandemic restrictions.
For me, these art sessions were a joyful reunion as I facilitated some wonderful socially distanced paint parties with my long-lost friends. Behind our masks, we shared smiles and laughter, and we created together from a distance. I was so pleased at how careful, thorough, and proud my artist friends were there with helping me with this project. We talked about how exciting it would be to have something we created together displayed right on the outside of this awesome building for everyone to drive by and see.
Mayor Marianne Mead Ward joined in this afternoon for the official unveiling.
As soon as I turned the corner, I just saw this beautiful color and I knew exactly where to go. I knew I was home with you, and so thank you for that. And I love the message. I love the message of diversity and inclusion. We're all different, but we all make up what is our beautiful city of Burlington. And thank you so much for being a part of that and brightening our day. Every day, all of you. This is very inspiring, and I want to thank you for all the work that you do in our community to say to everybody out there, just by being who you are, that we are not defined by any potential ability or disability we might have, that you are defined by what you give to your community, and you have given so much. So thank you.
Her worship even declared November 12th, Community Living Burlington Fresh Start with Art Day.
Community Living Burlington strives to enrich the lives of the people we support. Our goal as an organization where the people we support, their families, feel proud and valued as members. The inspiration for the design of the exterior panels came from the belief that, much like the art on the panels, we are all different sizes, colors, and shapes. However, we all fit together perfectly in our community.
Reporting for Halton News, I'm Nikki Wesley.
Beautiful day out there. Let's take a look out over Burlington's Spencer Smith Park. Clear skies, though it was cooler today. We have been spoiled lately by the above seasonal temperatures. It's currently 5:17 at clear skies and 8 degrees out there right now. The sun rose this morning at 7:09 and is setting and has set at 4:56 early these days after daylight savings. Taking a look at this 5-day forecast, you can see that there are rain showers and snow in the forecast. When we look into tomorrow, that chance of rain showers is in the morning, clearing up by the afternoon. Mix of sun and cloud expected. Very much similar temperatures to today, reaching 9 degrees in the afternoon. Expect full sunshine on Saturday, 6 degrees, but those rain showers will actually start shortly after midnight Sunday morning. You should prepare for cloudy skies and rainfall. And into Monday, yes, that is a 60% chance of snow flurries or rain showers on Monday. And Tuesday, it's looking a little bit more like flurries. So try to enjoy the weekend and the full sunshine on Saturday while it's here, because winter, of course, is on its way. The Milton Chamber of Commerce is inviting young professionals to grab your drink of choice and then join them virtually from wherever you like for their virtual cheers. That will take place on Wednesday, November 18th. You're invited to join with like-minded professionals from 3:30 to 4:30 in the afternoon. Connect, relate, and enjoy. To sign up, please visit miltonchamber.ca. The Burlington Chamber of Commerce invites you to their third Eye on the Economy event, featuring subject matter experts from SB Partners and SB Advisory, providing practical information on how to identify risks and develop mitigation strategies to succeed in this post-pandemic world. The virtual event is coming up on November 19th at 8:30 a.m. and it does require pre-registration. To do so, please visit burlingtonchamber.com. And Barter Pay is partnering with businesses in the Greater Hamilton and Halton area to issue barter credit grants to help them recover from COVID-19. A total of $2 million in barter credits will be handed out to local businesses. To learn more and get started, you're asked to visit grant.barterpay.ca. And now a look to how some of Halton's top companies performed on the markets today. Still ahead, events from around the region, your OPP Canine calendar alert, and more from the Burlington Food Bank. Stay with us. Welcome back to Halton News. It's Thursday, November 12th, and I'm Jessica Kading. Let's check in now with the Burlington Food Bank. We have the Executive Director, Robin Bailey.
Over the last little while, we've been talking about how our food donations have been down a little bit, and what we've actually had is a great response from the community and a lot of the small businesses that are actually customer-based businesses that are starting to do food drives for us, just small food drives within their offices or within their local business. They've been fantastic at trying to figure those out, and some of them have even passed on their posters so that we can post them on our current events page. Please, if you're looking at doing something like that, we would love to let people know that you're a supporter of the Burlington Food Bank and how much we appreciate you, and letting your clients know before they come to see you that they can bring some non-perishables to drop off, and we'll be able to pick them up from there. Again, we just want to remind people that if you're ordering a delivery, make sure you're home for that delivery. Our drivers go around throughout the city making those deliveries, and it's just really frustrating for them if they get there trying to drop off food for you and making sure that you're going to get it if you're not home. So make sure you're home. And also, if you're looking for food on Mondays, you need to call us by Friday morning so that we can get around to you on Friday afternoon. Diane's finally taking weekends off, so we want to make sure that we can get those calls in Friday afternoon to book you in for Monday delivery. And the most important one for me is that we have a number of people who are our clients that are actually working and aren't able to be home in the mornings. We do have Thursday night curbside pickup and Thursday night drop-offs, so make sure that you call in advance, order for a delivery on a Thursday. You can call any day of the week for that, and we'll be able to try and work out that delivery for you for a Thursday evening. Again, thank you so much to all of those who are supporting us here at the Burlington Food Bank.
The other food banks in our communities need your support as well, including 3 in Oakville, the Fair Share Food Bank, Kerr Street Mission, and the Salvation Army. Please visit their respective websites to see what items they are in greatest need of during this time. The Ontario Provincial Police Canine Unit is dedicated to community safety. Even with the COVID-19 pandemic affecting training, the OPP Canine Unit duties have not changed. Amongst providing support for search and rescue, tracking wanted persons, detecting narcotics, and searching for firearms, explosives, and physical evidence, those Canine Unit members managed to take this time to strike a pose for charity, and now their 5th annual canine calendar is ready for purchase. All proceeds for the 2021 calendar go to support the OPP Youth Foundation and Friends of the OPP Museum. To purchase your calendar for $10, please visit oppshop.on.ca. The Aldershot Village BIA will host the village tree lighting this Saturday, November 14th. The tree will be lit at dusk, and there will be a drive-through food drive for the Compassion Society of Halton. Santa will take those donations directly from your car. For more information, please visit aldershotbia.com. And now one final reminder that From Wallace to Wealth, that event is taking place tonight virtually from 7 to 9 p.m. This is your chance to hear from 6 incredible speakers. Meet ladies who have done it on their own from adversity to prosperity by helping others, and know that your ticket price goes to support Halton Women's Place, the only women's shelter in our region during Women's Abuse Prevention Month. The event has raised almost $26,000 this year. Help them reach their goal of $30,000 for Halton Women's Place. Buy your ticket now by visiting wallettowealth.ca. We'll be back tomorrow live at 5 for Halton News. I'm Jessica Kading.